What happened? Well, there was a lot of scandal in regards to a certain papal master of ceremonies who who was, it seemed at least, dismissed from the Vatican after there was an anti-gay slur that was caught on a sort of open mic. So he implied that the cardinals there were all homosexuals, and so the story went that Pope Leo was infuriated about this, dismissed him, and all over this anti-gay slur. I want to exercise some caution here, though, and this is and really all that can be said at the moment is that this is a story with a lot of incomplete parts that rushing to a conclusion can't be done with. So some of the more details. So it's Monsignor Marco Agostini who was removed from his liturgical post. This was a priest who had been involved with the Francis pontificate for a long time, who had permission, who was a traditionalist to some extent, liturgically, certainly not in the Francis-esque of a way of dealing with things. And so, seeing that he left instantly, I think it would be it was sort of a shocker initially. The problem is who's reporting this. This was Silere Non Possum, which is a well-known, very liberal, very left-leaning outlet that brought out the audio and started showing that, oh, this is a look at this, isn't this terrible? That this is this is a crazy thing that happened. And then there's also this reporting that Pope Leo dismissed him. I don't think there's enough information at the moment to conclude that, though. This has been drawn up. When you go to the source, you end up at this liberal outlet. The outlet doesn't give many details at all, except for the recording and the fact that he's no longer at his post. I say there is being other reasons why the priest, the Monsignor, the Master of Ceremonies, could not be at his post anymore. So his time could simply be up. He could be could have left for other reasons. I find the rush to judgment here a bit premature. We don't know enough at the moment. We don't know if this Master of Ceremonies was removed for this particular reason. From everything I've seen, there has not been an official statement from the Vatican on this particular topic. So I think all of the controversy about it is unwarranted at the moment. Now, let's say this did happen in the way that the liberal outlet says occurred, that Pope Leo did step in and is trying to appeal to the homosexuals. Well, one, I think that would sort of prove the point of the Monsignor, that there does seem to be a sympathetic position towards the homosexuals. If we're protecting them in that sort of way. I think there is something to be said about there does need to be a degree of esteem that is given to the cardinals. I don't think anybody would doubt that there is a homosexual problem within the Catholic Church as it currently stands. That's widely reported even among non-trad outlets that is a problem. I also think if we do resort back to the sort of the pre-conciliar, or not pre-conciliar, the pre-Leonine way of during the Francis pontificate of always being hypersensitive to what the media wants, you're going to end up being run by the media. And this is the last point I'll make. One worrisome trend I have seen from Pope Leo that is not and this might not be the circumstance here. As I mentioned, there could be other prevailing circumstances that led to the dismissal or the leaving of this Master of Ceremonies. Pope Leo does seem to want to talk to the media in oftentimes unprepared ways, and does seem to give them a bit too much credit than I think he should. I think that could lead to major problems, as it did in the Pope Francis pontificate, because the media is not on the Catholic Church's side, nor does the Catholic Church benefit from the mass appeal of mainstream media.
Hey there, thanks for watching. If you want to see the full video, you're going to have to go to pelicanplus.com and sign up for our groundbreaking, truly Catholic platform. You can find your favorite podcasts. You can find your favorite prayers. You can find your favorite authors and even your favorite books. Visit pelicanplus.com and find out more.